Let's talk about this. Let's talk about anxiety. Let me give you my working definition for today's lesson of anxiety. The uneasiness of the mind that brings feelings and thoughts of panic, anxiousness, or discomfort. When you're anxious, you feel unease. Now there are some thoughts of panic and I'm discomfort because I'm anxious. And then now we have stress, which is depression, which is the heaviness of spirit resulting in the lack of movement, motivation, and mental elevation. So when you're depressed, there's a lack of movement because you're stuck, right? And then you're not motivated because you're depressed. And then there's a lack of mental elevation because it's to depress you. So every time you try to think high, depression presses down the mind to keep you where you can't have movement and be motivated. So you'll feel it for a moment, but then depression comes to decompress and press down the mind. Stress. The pressure of the mind generally reflected in the mismanagement or abuse of the body or others. When you're stressed, it's pressure of the mind, but what happens, it's reflected in the body, in the abuse of yourself or others. This is what stressed out people do. They mentally, they physically, they emotionally abuse themselves and other people. Okay. So instead of keep saying stress, anxiety, and depression, I just want to call it sad. Can I do that? Stress, anxiety, depression, sad. Freedom from sad is your right. That is not God's best for you. That is not God's design for you. That is not God's will for you. You are going to receive the stimulation of faith and practical teaching today that by the end of this message, you will be free in Jesus' name. This is not to look down on you because I have been there. But I'm telling you, if you can recognize and be honest enough to identify where you are and say, if the God is the God of peace, I'm going to chase after that peace. I'm not going to argue with the man of God today. I simply want to be free. And if that's my right, I want my rights. You can live in this country and your rights be withheld from you, not because they're not yours, but you're ignorant to the rights that belong to you. God has put it in his word. There are rights that belong to you, and I'm going to give you the illumination of knowledge today where you can open yourself up and say, I don't have to stay depressed. I don't have to be anxious. I don't have to be stressed out. Because here's the thing, stress, anxiety, and depression is not about what happened. It's about how you processed what happened. But when you're there, you only want to talk about it. Well, he left me. You ain't the only one been left. But he left me with kids. You ain't the only one been left with kids. But he left me with kids and no car. You ain't the only one been left with no kids and no car. But he left me with no kids, no car, no money, no future, no hope, no dream. No, but you ain't the only one that left no kids, no car, no hope, no future, no dream. No. What I'm trying to say is, so let's say he did. Let's say he was a dog. Let's say he was sorry. Let's say he was lazy. But we got to back all the way up because he's a product of your intelligence because you chose him. Now let's go forward. So let's say he did all of that. Are you going to stay there? Are you going to get yourself up and say, I am still somebody? Because I'm still making it, I must be more resilient than I'm giving myself credit for. I'm not everything that he said I was or was not. I am going to make it because greater is he that, don't forget the song, because you're with not him, you're with me. Well, your mental peace and stability cannot be determined on a person or a situation. You have control over that right now. I'm trying to help somebody. You have control over that right now. Now, I'm very sensitive to your feelings and to the Spirit of God. I don't want you to think I'm making light of the challenges and the things that you've gone through and what you're enduring in life. But what I am saying is that don't put your freedom in the hands of somebody else. Take your own freedom into your hands today. And if now I'm talking to somebody, somebody say amen. Okay, let's move. 3 John 1 and 2 says, beloved, I wish above, come on y'all, all things that thou mayest what? Prosper and what? Be in health, even what? As I soul. Now I want you to look at health. He says this is what I desire. I desire that you prosper and be in health. In health, not good health. There's no good, bad health with God. It's just health. Be in health, even as thy soul prosper. Health, mental health, physical health, emotional health, spiritual health. Just don't look at the scripture as body health. No, all the health areas of your life, God says, I want you to prosper because your soul is tied to the health of those areas. And as you prosper, your soul, your mind, your will, your imagination, your emotions, and your intellect prospers parallel with it. Y'all see me? Okay, let's go. Let me slow down. Let's go. Here's the design of SAD. Here's the design. The design of stress is to cause irrational behavior. The design of anxiety is to cause negative anticipatory results. See, when you're anxious, you've already doomed yourself and it ain't happened yet. It's Monday, rent due Friday.